Hi everyone, Andrew here again. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Just having a midday walk around Lao Cai. Day off today, so I've got plenty of time to enjoy being out and about in the daytime. And I realise I don't think I've done many videos during the daytime here in Lao Cai. Hello, xin chào. And I thought I'd do one today. Most of my videos come at night time after work, and I just thought it would be nice for you guys to see things during the daytime. Just flip the camera around, it's obviously a better view than my face, some would say. Yeah, and we've done a video on this road before. This is the main road that I sort of walk up and down on. Goes up past the church and through the market area. I think I did a really nice video one night with the market, with the cooking that was going on at the time. It was beautiful, yeah. So this is the main street here. Actually, it's not the main street, sorry, it's the main street that I actually walk up and down on. The main street's further to the left. That's like I suppose a dual road, dual carriageway type road up the main street. And I tend to walk up this one. It's a little bit more to view, a little bit safer to walk, I suppose. And it's just nice. I thought I'm just going to take you around and show you the river. We're actually not far away from the hotel that I was staying at previously, and it's just on the front here. Across the way is still Lao Cai, that's not China, but it is the river that eventually circles round the top of the town, and on one side is China and the other side is Vietnam, which is pretty spectacular. May do a video a bit further up. I'm not sure how far I'm walking today. I'm still recovering from the flu, but I'm feeling it's a nice day, it's cool, it's been hot recently, so coming out in this weather's perfect for walking. I'll just show you the river, the Red River. Just got to be careful here with the road. Obviously doing vlogs and things is all great, but got to be very careful as to where you go. There's a bit of an information board there. Unfortunately, it's not in good condition. There's nothing on it. All old stuff. Let's see what we can see here. Some vegetable gardens down below. We've got some goats over here. Actually sound like dogs. They're fighting, they are. That's interesting. Sound like dogs barking. Quite strange. Look at the river there. A bit choppy out there today, I think. Weather will be nice, maybe 20 degrees, mid-20s. It's been up to 30 degrees these last few days this week, so it's nice to have a cooler day. Walk along a little bit, see what else we can see. Interesting to see the goats. I've not seen them before. Can't see them until you come up to the wall itself. Oh, they're having a right fight here. This is pretty interesting. Oh, there is a dog. That's why it sounds like dogs. There's a dog just behind them. Interesting. Oh, he's gonna... Ooh, big smash there. Wow. I'm gonna get in the way of that, would you? There's a rooster down here as well. Bit of a farm, I suppose. Some more goats. Interesting. Making the most of the land just between the river and the main part of the town. Lots of little vegetable gardens, little plots. It's funny, back home in the UK there used to be quite a lot of these allotment plots around where people can rent or be given a space to grow their own vegetables away from their normal house, and it looks very similar here. Actually, that's how they're getting up and down, is it? Little steps. It's been locked off, the steps, so you can't just randomly walk up and down it. That's good. Keeps it safe. It's interesting. Something I've not seen since I've been here, so that's an interesting look. There's where I was before. I'm going to probably get this wrong. Tai Ha Luxury Hotel. I'm staying in that for maybe a couple of weeks actually, just before I went to the Philippines for my little trip. I'm now staying in a hotel called the Big Hotel, which is an interesting name concept for a hotel. It's not particularly big in any way. It's just I think it's a brand of hotels that are around. Decided I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 2 camera and I'm using, I've decided to film in 1080p today, just to see the difference. It's 1080p, 60 frames. Obviously it's a bright day, so I don't think there'll be an issue with the quality of the picture. And obviously the file size is going to be a lot smaller in terms of uploading it to YouTube. Even the video I did last night, which I wasn't happy with the quality of, I did it in 4K. Nighttime's always difficult with any camera. And it's taken so long just to upload. It was over a gig in size. So it's just interesting that the 1080 will obviously be a lot smaller file size. And also, just for reference, I'm using the clip-on mic that comes with the combo kit here for the Osmo Pocket. It's just clipped onto me. Let me just flip it round. There we go. I'll show you. Mic just clipped on. It's got the little furry, I think they call it a dead cat, wind protector. And the reason I'm saying for reference is it's very windy at the moment. It'd be interesting to see how much that cuts out the wind noise. I've got some headphones in on here, guys. They're not relevant to what I'm doing. I've just been listening to a podcast on my mobile phone. I'll take them off because you might think I'm using them to record or listen or whatever, but I'm not, so pretty cool. There we go. Just put face tracking on here. It's got a really cool function, face tracking, and I'll just show you how that works. I'm going to put the camera down as best I can. Actually, let's do it properly. Let's do this properly. The camera itself comes with a little mini tripod that you just screw into the bottom, and then let's just do that while I'm thinking about it, because it'd be an interesting experiment. Hardly ever use the tripod. It's you know, you mainly film in arm span. So let's put the little tripod down, and I'll show you how the face tracking works. There you go. You'll see it just kick back in to find my face. But the real coolness about this face tracking, assuming it'll all go well in this little experiment, is if I put that down on the tripod and I just put that reasonably level, I'll just level the camera, recenter the camera, I'll get it on face tracking. There we go, face tracking is on. So now as I move slightly away from the camera, you'll see that as I move to the side, the camera is going to do its best to track my face. And I'll go the other way as well. I'm not going to trick it and go too fast, but you can see it's a cool way of doing some video shots, I suppose. If I just walk past, wave at you, it's going to keep up with me the best that it can. Obviously closer to it, it's much better in terms of tracking, but it's a cool little feature. And it can track other things, not just face. You could set it up an object and then leave it there and move around. And in this case, doing a vlog style video is pretty cool. I can talk to the camera and be a little bit further away, so you get a bit more of my background. And obviously if I move away, it's going to follow me. So although it's not intended to be a bit of a review for the DJI Osmo Pocket, I'm finding it a very helpful camera. Only issue I've been having, like I say, is the upload times in terms of getting the videos off the device and then up to the cloud, to YouTube. I've been using my iPad and iPhone, so obviously taking it off to my phone, that's reasonably quick. But then when you're trying to upload it to YouTube, it takes so long, and in particular on phones and iPads, it's very hard to multitask. You need to sort of leave that app open for it to do its job. To be honest, I should take the SD card out the side and put it into the computer and do it from the computer. Then it can at least carry on doing some other things with the iPhone or the iPad. But yeah, it's taking a little bit too long. So it'll be interesting how the 1080p comes out. And obviously, I like to use the 60 frames at the moment. I think mainly there's a lot of things going on around me in the background when I'm walking around, cars moving about, etc. I'm not moving particularly very fast, but I feel like the 60 frames per second just makes the video a little bit smoother than say the 30 frames, and certainly don't really enjoy using the 24 frames, although they do say it's supposed to be more I'm not going to be able to say this, am I? A bit more like a film, like a movie style, much smoother. I don't really get the idea of that. I'm not making a movie, I'm just walking around doing a vlog. I'm not editing the video in terms of colour corrections, or I'm just using the full auto settings on the camera. There are quite a few more manual settings you could use. But while you're out and about and walking, it's just best to allow the automatic functions to work. You know, things like white balance and zoom and focusing, let that all do its job. Although sometimes you'll see that when the light changes, it takes time to adjust itself, but that's fine. I'm only doing some vlog videos, like I say. You get a bit more of the river from behind here as I'm walking down. It's pretty cool. I'm trying to make this video as long as possible, really. Again, just to experiment on the uploading side of things. I thought there was some sort of rope swing there. You probably can't see this, to be honest. It's just electrical cables, but I thought maybe they had like a slide on it. Interesting. But yeah, it's a lovely day to be out and about, getting it done, doing something today to improve my tomorrows. What can be measured can be improved. Very close to the end of February. It's obviously, I think it's 29 days this month, but already started my little review of the month in terms of exercise and health. Since moving to Vietnam, I've not done a lot of what I would call proper exercise. That's a bit unfair. I've done a lot of walking, a lot of steps, but in terms of getting the heart rate up like I was doing on the bike, I've not done much of that. But interestingly, I've actually stayed stable with my weight. So having been here 2 months, I've not lost weight and I've not gained weight, which I think is quite important in this sort of transitional stage of moving from, I suppose, doing lots of exercise. I'm going to say lots of exercise and eating badly, to less exercise and eating more sensibly. So it's much harder here to get fast foods, so you generally eat a lot less in terms of calorifics and fats. So it's healthier in that way, and that's probably a much better thing in terms of actual weight loss and health benefits than just purely exercising and still eating crap. But yeah, looking forward to doing the full review, and then obviously focusing into March. March obviously is, I suppose it's more of a start of the seasonal golf here. The cooler weather's going to start to disappear. We've seen some fantastic numbers in terms of golfers recently with the hot weather. So we can see, obviously, the better the weather, the more likely people will come and travel all the way up to Sapa. It's about a 4-hour drive from Hanoi, and there's not generally a lot of actual golfers living in and around Sapa and Lao Cai area, so we do rely on those golfers to come along from Hanoi district region. So they're obviously looking to not get stuck in any rain or any bad weather. It's been really cold recently, but now it's warmed up. Even today it's still warm, and it's busy up at the golf course these last few days when it's been up to 30 degrees sunny weather. Yeah. I did, you'll probably see if you look at my videos on YouTube, did a bit of an experiment yesterday. I wanted to play a racing game, which I did, called Autogrid Motorsport. I've not played it for years, and I thought, let's have a go, but at the same time, let's live stream it onto YouTube. I found a cool app that does that for me. So that was a nice thing to do, and just see how that works. Obviously, I'm interested in the technologies and the way those things actually can be of some benefit and some fun, in particular playing games. But also, while you're playing, you might as well stream at the same time. Interesting. It's like getting out and walking, you know, doing these videos doesn't take up any time. I'm just out walking anyway. I think what does take the time is the little bit of processing of the video ready to post it to YouTube, which, to be all honest, using an iPhone is much easier in that sense, because it's just a quick thing. It's already in your phone, isn't it? But when you're using a device like the Osmo Pocket 2, you've got to get the file from your device to the phone. There's that extra step that makes it slightly less convenient, but I'm enjoying the quality of it, and I'll be interested to see how this video comes out as a 1080p video. I've always tried to upload in the highest possible resolution, 4K, 2K, and then it's up to whoever's watching it and the sort of internet speed they may be on, and it might lower it down to 1080 anyway. But I thought, if we just do it at 1080, file size a lot smaller, let's have a look and see. Anyway, get a better view of the river here. Not so much things in the way. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah, that's nice. There's some boats just down here. I don't know if anybody lives on them or they're just used for fishing, etc. Actually strange, I've not seen more boats on this river. Maybe it's not a great spot for fishing, and I think with the border of China being quite close, there's probably a lot of restrictions into what you can and can't do in terms of being on the river. Obviously they've got to be quite protective of people trying to actually get from one side of I suppose of one country to the other country without going through the proper border checks. I'm sure it does happen and people do try to do it, but they've obviously got to police it as best they can. Yeah, there's a few little boats down there. Interesting. Again, I'll just flip the camera around. It's probably easier for you to see things than watching my face constantly. A couple of boats down there. That looks like a houseboat. Certainly got a proper roof on it. There's an old boat there that's obviously not been used for years. It's been pulled out of the river. It's got plants growing on it now. It's all rusted. Don't know if it would even float. But there it is, just sat, not being used. Interesting. And there's one just afloat out there. Guy on his boat there enjoying a Saturday afternoon. Ah, there's the church. So when I go past the church, I'm in the street that's down the back there, and here it is again from this view, from the front street. I'm not going to say the main street, I've said that already. The dual carriageway is the main street. They do like to beep their horns here, just simple overtaking of cars or coming close to bikes. They tend to beep, even a bike, there you go, beep. It feels like it's for no reason, but it's so consistent that they've obviously got a method behind it, just letting people know they're there and using it for a safety reason, I would think. Hey, xin chào, hey. Nice, people do like to say hello, especially when you've got a camera out and about, I suppose. There's a little tree house here, interesting. Some birds in it. Another farm. Interesting, people perhaps just come along and stay overnight for the farms. Very simple farm, very small. It's got vegetables, etc. And we're at the back end, or the back side of the market here. Again, the area I walked past at night where I did that nice video was on the other side of this building. And it's like a market building. Inside there you can buy some clothes and toys and electronic goods, etc. Just coming up to Sapoli Hotel. It's one of the 5-star hotels. It doesn't particularly look 5-star from outside. It looks a bit grey and miserable, but it's a fantastic hotel inside, I believe. And that's right next to the border of China. Pretty much after this bridge, you'll start to see the buildings in China. On this side of the bridge here, the right side is all Vietnam, and to the left side of the bridge is also Vietnam. And then you might just see the Sapoli Hotel right in the middle of the picture here. And then to the left of that, you'll start to see the building for customs over there. There's the back end of the market, bustling market, people buying fresh fruits and vegetables amongst other things. Saturday, I suppose a family day, people having meals with their families. Yeah, I'm glad I've walked all the way up here and kept the video rolling just to give you a bit more sense of where I am. This is the main area of Lao Cai, and then as we get into the top end of Lao Cai here, you'll see the bridge where people will cross over, and if they go left they can go towards the border side for China, that is, just in case I've not mentioned, it's the China border. And it's really strange to think that just on one side of the water you've got Vietnam, and on the other side of the water you've got China. Two totally different countries, totally different cultures and people. And there's actually a time difference as well, which is quite strange. Quite often you get a bit too close, your watch will flip into the time zone of the other side. It does happen at the golf course as well. Certain parts of the course you almost your phone flips over. Yeah, I'm just going to come over to the other side of this walk and give you a bit of a view there of China from the perspective of being in Vietnam. Can't just walk into it. Hey, hello. Interesting. Very busy. There we go. So I'll just show you that from that side. You've got the Sapele Hotel over there, a little bit to the left, all those buildings that I can see. I'm going to say in this area here, now that's China, over on the other side of the border. I'm just going to walk back into the centre of Lao Cai and enjoy the rest of my walking around, get a coffee somewhere and take a relaxing day. Take care everybody, stay safe, and remember the 3 key mottos: get up, get out and get it done. Do something today to improve your tomorrows, and what can be measured can be improved. Take care, stay awesome.